Alright, real talk. When was the last time you actually deep cleaned your car interior? And I don't mean a quick wipe down with a random paper towel. I mean really got in there. Because right now, there is a solid chance you are sitting in a car that is slowly being destroyed from the inside out, and the worst part? The thing doing the most damage probably costs less than $1. You're using it wrong, and nobody ever told you. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, your interior is going to look better than it did off the lot. Welcome back to Infinite Garage. If you're new here, this is the channel where we get into the real stuff. No fluff, no sponsored garbage-pushing products that don't work, just honest, practical car care advice you can actually use. And today, we are going deep. Full interior deep clean, top to bottom. Let's get into it. So what's the $1 mistake? It's a basic microfiber cloth used dry. Now before you click off thinking I'm about to tell you something obvious, hear me out. Almost everyone grabs a dry microfiber and starts scrubbing their dashboard, their center console, their door panels. And here's the problem. Dry microfiber on interior plastics and soft materials creates micro scratches. You can't see them right away, but over time, those tiny scratches trap dust. They dull out your surfaces, and they make everything look faded and worn way before its time. You're essentially sanding your interior in slow motion every single time you clean it. The fix? Humidity. A barely damp microfiber, not soaking wet, just slightly damp, completely changes the game. The moisture picks up dust and particles instead of just pushing them around and scratching the surface underneath. It's a $1 difference. Literally, it's just water. But the impact on your interior's long-term appearance is massive. Keep that in mind as we go through this whole process, because it applies to almost every step. Now let's talk about where to actually start. Most people make another classic mistake. They start at the bottom and work up. That means by the time you're done cleaning the seats, you've knocked dust from the headliner and the vents right back down onto everything you just cleaned. Always, always work top to bottom. Start high, finish low. That's the golden rule of interior detailing. So step 1, the headliner. This is the most neglected part of any car interior, and it's also the most fragile. Headliners are typically made of a fabric-backed foam board, and if you soak it or scrub it too hard, you'll delaminate it. That means the fabric starts bubbling and drooping, and at that point you're looking at a major repair. What you want to do is take a clean, barely damp microfiber, light color preferred, so you can see what you're picking up, and with zero pressure, just glide it across the surface in one direction. No circular scrubbing. If you've got a stain up there, hit it with a dedicated upholstery cleaner, spray it on the cloth first, never directly on the headliner, and blotty don't rub. Patience wins here. Step 2. The vents and the dash. Here's where a lot of people get frustrated because dust just keeps coming back to those vents. The trick is a cheap detailing brush or even a small paintbrush from a craft store. Get in there and loosen everything up first. Dust settles in those fins and around every button and ridge on your dashboard. Brush it loose, then follow up with a compressed air can to blow it out, and immediately wipe everything down with, you guessed it, a lightly damp microfiber. Hit the buttons, the knobs, around the screen, the entire dash surface. Don't forget the instrument cluster cover either. Use a plastic safe cleaner or just distilled water. Stay away from anything with ammonia. That's another $1 mistake people don't know they're making. Ammonia-based cleaners eat away at the anti-reflective coating on your screens and the soft touch coating on modern dashboards. Once that coating is gone, it's gone. Check your product labels before you spray anything in there. Step 3, the center console. This is the dirty little secret of every car interior. Open that center console up, and I guarantee you're going to find crumbs, dust, maybe a gas receipt from 2021, and probably some kind of mystery residue. Take everything out, wipe down the inside with a damp cloth and a small amount of all-purpose cleaner diluted in water. For the cup holders, grab a small detailing brush and some compressed air to get in the seams and edges. If your cup holders are removable, pull them out and rinse them separately. The outside of the console, especially around the gear shifter and any soft touch surfaces. Use your damp microfiber and take your time. If there's any sticky buildup from a spilled drink, a little bit of isopropyl alcohol on a cotton swab gets into the corners without oversaturating anything. Step 4. The seats. This is where the job gets personal because your seat material matters a lot. If you've got cloth seats, a fabric cleaner and a stiff bristle upholstery brush is your best friend. Spray the cleaner on the seat, work it in with the brush in a circular motion, let it dwell for about 30 seconds, and then blot it dry with a clean towel. Don't soak the seat. Too much moisture in cloth seats leads to mildew smell, and that is one of the hardest things to get rid of once it sets in. Step 5. The door panels. People forget about these entirely, but your door panels take a beating every single day. Your hands go to the door pull, your arm rests on the armrest, your knees bump the lower panel. All of that leaves oils, skin residue, and grime behind. Wipe the full panel down with a damp microfiber, use a detailing brush to get into any texture or stitching, and pay extra attention to that armrest. If it's fabric wrapped, treat it like the seats. If it's hard plastic, a little all-purpose cleaner works perfectly. Step 6. The floors and mats. Shake your mats out first, obviously. If you've got rubber mats, rinse them off, scrub them with an APC and a stiff brush, and let them dry fully before putting them back in. Wet mats sitting on your carpet is how you get mold under there. For carpet mats or carpet floors, vacuum thoroughly. Get under the seats, along the edges, between the seat rail and the carpet. Then if there are any stains, a good carpet and upholstery extractor, or even just a foam cleaner with a brush will lift them out. Rinse lightly, blot, and let it air out with the doors open before you drive. And here's the finishing touch that separates a clean car from a detailed car: protectants. Once everything is clean and dry, hit your plastic surfaces with a water-based interior protectant. Not that greasy Armor All Shine from the 90s that makes your dash look like a bowling ball and blinds you on sunny days. A matte finish water-based protectant gives you UV protection without the glare, and it makes future cleaning way easier because stuff doesn't bond to protected surfaces as aggressively. Your dash stays cleaner, longer. That right there is working smarter, not harder. If this video helped you out, do me a favor and hit that like button. It genuinely helps this channel more than you know. Drop a comment below and tell me what's the dirtiest part of your car interior right now. I'm not judging, trust me, I've seen some things. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? We drop new car care content every week, and there is a lot more good stuff coming. Check out the next video too. It's right there on screen, and I think you're going to want to watch it. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of your car, and it'll take care of you.